Aunt's been waiting for you all week. The kitchen's this way.
Hi, this is Rosie and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to cook my famous fully loaded mashed potatoes. But first, I'd like to thank the family at Kraft Philadelphia Cream Cheese for making this possible, and the family at Paula Dean. By the way, Paula, I caught you at the Sobe Wine and Food Festival. You were fabulous. Well, here we are. We're going to start my famous fully loaded mashed potatoes. So, what we need in today's time is lots of time. And I'm going to save you time from not having to peel any more of these potatoes. I did it for 13 years. I'm not doing it again. After 3 kids, I need to be ready, looking fabulous before my guests get to my house. So, no more peeling potatoes. Our new thing is buying ready, fully cooked potatoes. I buy 5 pounds of that, about 5 containers. There's a lot of it in the market. It's ready to go. You just microwave it for 5 minutes each container. Throw it here. It's ready to go. Another thing we do is I love bacon, and I have it in this recipe. I buy fully ready to go microwavable bacon. It's awesome. It comes out crispy, perfect. This little sponge thing soaks up all the oil. I love it. It's perfect. No more, getting the grease everywhere on the stove. This is the best. Another thing I can't stand doing, but I love to eat, is garlic. Garlic makes my hands smell, peeling it, smashing it. This is the best. I love the stuff that's ready in the tube. It's all natural. You squeeze it as much as you need, and for this recipe, I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of fresh garlic. So now we're ready to go. We have the smashed potatoes. We have 16 ounces of sour cream. We have 1 cup of Parmesan shaved cheese. We have 2 cups of finely grated sharp cheddar cheese. We have 8 strips of bacon. The microwavable kind, I cut them. They're perfect, they're ready to go. We also have the garlic, I told you, 2 tablespoons of garlic. It's awesome, I love it. I have some chives just for garnish. I have 1 tablespoon of salt, pepper to taste, 1 full stick of butter. I love butter. I can't have enough of it, and I pretty much use a stick for all my recipes. I just don't like even cutting it. I just throw the whole stick in there. And 1 cup of chopped onions. Another thing that I do is my little secret. I already buy them chopped. I don't chop onions. It makes my eyes, my makeup run, and my hands stink. My husband hates that. So I've got this ready to go. And of course, the piece of resistance is my Kraft Philadelphia whipped cream cheese. You could use a stick, but I pretty much like the whipped because it's like light and fluffy, and it's perfect to make these potatoes just fluffy and full of air. I love it. So let's start. We're going to add the sour cream. That goes right into these incredible potatoes. We're going to use this right here, the 2 cups of cheddar cheese right here. Don't be afraid of using cheese. I love cheese. And just leave a little bit just for the top later on for baking. It's going to be great. The 8 strips of bacon. The shaved Parmesan cheese. I love this. It's so good. Gives it another taste. Look at this. Look how good this looks. Oh my God, I can't wait to have this. I'm telling you, every year my family calls me and makes sure I'm making this. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. They make sure I have this in my house all the time. The kids beg me for this. It's just delicious. And when I met my husband for the first time, he ate this. He just couldn't believe I made these potatoes. So it's pretty good, girls, if you want to impress somebody. Keep that in mind. Now, of course, the garlic. I love garlic, but you know what? Let's do something different this time. I'm going to saute the garlic with the onions, with the butter, and we're going to do that next. Alright guys, so the next thing about this is we're going to heat up the butter. 1 stick of butter, throw in the onions in there. I kind of do everything at the same time. The garlic. So this is, just remember, 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of little chopped onions, 2 tablespoons of garlic. That's done. That's pretty quick, right, girls? And 1 teaspoon of salt. Love my salt. And I put it in here. Alright, now I take my onions that I'm sauteing off the stovetop. And there goes our melted butter all over that cheese. I can smell the garlic and the onions and the butter. I wish you guys were here or we had smell-o-vision. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Now girls, get your handheld mixers and start mixing it very slowly. Be careful. Look at all that cream cheese inside. Mixing it. Sour cream. Oh my gosh, look at that. The cheese is melting.
Are they ready yet?
No, honey, Lexi, they're not ready, but I'll call you when it's ready, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. The kids, they love this recipe, but you know, they have to wait. But it's fast. I mean, it's not taking a lot. Just make sure it's all bacon. Onion. All right, so we're getting close to the end. Look at these potatoes. They're delicious. I could get a spoon right now and just eat them. Now, before we do anything else, before we put them in the oven, remember, pepper to taste. I like a lot of pepper. And of course, the whipped style Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese. It's the best. It just turns around this whole entire recipe. We're gonna put it, look how fluffy it is. They make it easy for you because it's whipped. And that's what I like for this recipe, whipped. I mean, you could do the bars, but look at that. Look at that, it's incredible. All right. So now we're gonna whip it again for a little while. All right, potatoes, completely whipped, ready to go. Now, this is what this is supposed to look like. I mean, I'm telling you, it could feed about 15 people. I love it, but always be prepared for leftovers because they're gonna be sneaking out in the middle of the night to have this, even cold, straight out of the refrigerator. So now we're gonna scoop this into both our baking dishes. Look at that. All right, now put them in your dishes, get them ready to bake. I sprinkled some of that leftover cheese I told you to set aside from the 2 cups earlier, and sprinkle some salt to taste, some pepper. Whew. And don't forget to refresh yourself. Don't worry, Paula, it's only OJ. Now the oven's set at 350 and we're gonna cook it for about 30 minutes. All right, now I just took it out of the oven. It's been half an hour in the oven for 350. Then I kind of raise the degree at 450 for 10 minutes because I love it, look. A little bit golden brown on top, it's delicious. The butter smell, the cheese, it's incredible. I love it. Now let's garnish it. Some chives. Look how pretty that looks. Look at that. And we're done. You've got Rosy's fully loaded famous. Look how good that looks. Remember, the cook should always have a taste before everybody comes over. So I always take a little sneak bite before everybody comes over. And now, I want to thank you. From my family to yours, I wish you guys all the best. Thank you. Thanks, Paula. Thanks, Kraft Philadelphia.